flamethrower!
Good evening, everybody. By the way, that was the Granny Mando right there.
Yes, that's going to be me in 50 years.
So welcome everybody to Popcorn Talk. Welcome people. Welcome Shieldwall.
Hi, how's it going? Yeah, thanks for having me on. Pretty good movie, based on a real story, a real event. And the real event is as crazier, if not crazier, than the movie, as told by the guy that it happened to. And it was in like 1899,
hmm
Yeah.
when 1898, 1899, when most of this went down. So things would have lined up. Arthur Morgan could have showed up and killed the lions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just a little dead eye and it's been all over. But
Yes.
no, actually, it's a really interesting real life story that is told through this movie. So it's glad to be here.
Welcome Mando.
Good to be here. Yeah, I made one comment several years ago during Halloween that this was a very, like, to me, this is a horror movie because I saw this when I was 9. Okay, like it's terrifying when it first opens up and it's like based on a real story, and like you see these lions and you're like, oh my gosh, this could happen to me, because you know in your 9-year-old brain you're like, oh my gosh, there's lions everywhere now, just like when you watch Jaws too young and now you can't go in a swimming pool for a while.
Lions at the park. Lions,
Yeah, at the park.
lions
Yep.
at the store.
But yeah, still one of my favorite movies. Even though it gave me nightmares for years afterwards, I still like to watch this movie. I still consider it in the horror genre. No matter what Roman or anyone else says to me, it will always still fall in the category of a horror film because it has gore, it has scares, it has jump scares, it has all of the other elements of a horror film. It's just lions instead of a person.
Yeah. Welcome Travis.
Howdy. No, I love this movie. I saw it. I was 13 when this movie came out, and it stuck with me. It was so good. Val Kilmer, I think, uh, he was certainly on his rise at this period. So he was very popular. Michael Douglas was always a draw, and it just it keeps you on the edge of your seat. You feel the tension building, and I, it was really fascinating because they used 5 real male lions in this, and they were able to comp them into these shots. So technically, VFX, it's quite the achievement for the
Mm-hmm.
time.
Is,
Oh,
It's really good.
yeah. Don't eat the cast members' lions. Yeah. And welcome Matt.
Well, hey, hello everyone. Yeah, I was in my mid. What was it? 1996. So I would have been like 24 maybe when this movie came out.
I
I
was
thought it was a good movie. Not a great movie. Type of thing you enjoy. Maybe go to a theater to get the big thrill of the lions eating people. Yes, I think it is a horror film, just like any most animals murder stomping people of horror movies. Um, I mean, if you're not horrified by lions murder stomping people, what are you going to be horrified by?
I
yeah,
mean,
exactly.
it's no cocaine bear, but
it's not.
Yeah.
But these are basically serial killers. Like that, these lions are like under the category of serial killers. Also,
I mean,
I was not like when this movie came out. I was like way too young. I saw this movie a few years after it came out from the theaters, just BT dubs. Like I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it like on TV later on.
just think of house cats when they're playing the mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Same
and
instinct. Yep.
they enjoy it,
Yes.
and these lions enjoy the hunt,
Yes.
killing. So yeah, they're pretty vicious creatures.
And it has both elements of fire and lion, so
Exactly. What would make it better is if the lions were on fire.
this is true. I mean, in that one shot, like the mysticism is supposed to make you feel like that they are kind of on fire a little bit. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like symbolic.
I mean, Ghost, like the Ghost Rider. I mean,
Correct.
Ghost Lion. I mean, should be on fire. Say hello to the chat. Waylon, hello. Who else we got here? Sherry, lovely Sherry, hello. I think, is that it? That's it. A little more people show up. Okay. Yeah, I like this time period,
Hmm.
like the British expansion, the also like the Mummy movie.
And this is way before World War One.
Yep.
I said wait, like almost 20 years before World War One, but still,
Is Spanish-American War going on at this time?
I believe so.
Yes.
And
Yep.
maybe
1899. Yeah. Signed one
maybe
bill.
the Russo-Finnish War.
Mm. What about the Napoleonic? No, the Napoleonic Wars ended way
World
before.
War.
Yeah. The Russo-Sino or the Russo-Japanese War will happen in like another 3 or 4 years or 4 to 5 years. Yep. That's a big one too.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, Waylon, that is true. When you scroll down, Patterson did actually fight in World War One. Yes.
Yes, something interesting that that video talked about is they could tell by testing the bones of the lions what prey they had. Like,
Oh,
Yes.
the
how
isotopes.
many
Yeah.
were like meat
Yeah.
eaters. or
Yeah, I mean they can do that in
vegetarian.
human
Yeah, they
bones
do it
as
in
well.
humans too. That's how they can figure out like skulls they found.
But
And
that's not quite
yeah.
accurate because a lot of the people there building the railroad were vegetarians, so they can't really get an accurate number of how
Oh,
many
right,
people
because
they killed.
the stuff that they found is based on meat, like how much meat did the prey that they were eating, like what kind of prey item were they, and that's how they came up with some of the numbers.
Right. But still, like at the end of the day, like even if you as a human are quote unquote vegan or vegetarian, you are still at the core an omnivore. And that's going
Yes,
to reflect in your biology.
but I don't know how accurate it's going to show in bones of a predator animal. I don't know how that. I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
It's supposed to, I mean, obviously there's room for error and stuff, but it's fairly accurate from what most scientists nowadays still like scientists nowadays still go by that, like how to tell what kind of animals that like ancient like dinosaurs and early uh animals and stuff like prehistoric animals ate. They still go by that.
Yeah, London, 1898. They could have just waited a couple years before releasing this. Then it would have come out in 1998.
That would have that to me that would have been the best, but hey,
About
what
a
do,
year.
what do I know? What do I know? Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Patterson is supposed to be a already very like he's rising through the ranks very quickly in the royal in the British Army or British
Yeah,
military.
for being a British builder
Yes.
and hunting tigers in India.
Mhm.
There was another guy in India that had hunted and killed like 300 tigers that were man eaters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back then, part of being an officer and a gentleman was you were expected to hunt as like a noble pastime.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's unfortunately why a lot of animals nowadays are almost extinct or are extinct, is because of the trophy hunting expectation during the British expansionary period.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because that grew out of an ancient protective thing, which was good 2,000 years or whatever ago when it started, where the nobles or the warriors would hunt to protect the poor peoples who had to farm and whatever. You know?
Mm-hmm. It's also why the Barbary lion is basically extinct. There's some lions that still have Barbary lion DNA, but like as far as they also very early on were suspecting that maybe these man eaters had some Barbary lion in them, which honestly can't like it's not really capable of happening. Um, but Barbary lions are supposed to be almost twice the size of normal lions with a very dark mane. And they went extinct because of the trophy hunting during this period of time as well.
You know, people don't understand the concept that things could go extinct, which was also
Yes,
part of
Yeah.
it.
the poor dodo bird.
Especially something like the buffalo. I mean,
Hmm.
you could see herds of those for at the to the horizon.
Yes, it's like a sea of buffalo.
Hmm.
They're tasty though.
yeah. I had a buffalo burger. It was basically like this giant sloppy Joe kind of thing. It was all right.
Yeah, I had same thing. I ordered some buffalo meat once through like the mail order meat program.
Hmm.
I mean, it tastes a little different than beef. You know what I mean?
It does. It
Not
has
as
a to me a gamier taste.
but it's not. It's not like like crazy different. It's just
Right. Yeah. I had elk burgers and those were really good. They mixed a little bit of pork in because they're so lean, but
Mhm.
yeah, that was really good.
So he's kind of going over here that they're racing the Germans and who else? It's the French.
It's either the French or the Spanish. It's always the French or the Spanish during this period of
Yes.
time.
It's so they're in the lead right now, but they got to get the bridge built to stay in the lead. But like this party's like, my son will be born in 6 months, and I plan on being back. He's like, I don't give a damn about your brood or something.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, and this is where I start to get fuzzy. Kilmer's character Patterson, he hadn't actually hunted like African lions before. It was mostly just tigers, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay, and so he assumed that he could hunt lions the same way he hunted tigers, which is not the case at all.
Because yeah, tigers are uh, they're single
Solitary.
solitary. Yeah, and so they don't. There's no teamwork or anything like that. Plus, tigers hunt differently. They're more close ambush hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they
Correct.
can't run. I don't think they can run as far and fast as lions can. Because
They
normally
cannot.
they don't chase their prey. They sprint. They pounce on it and kill it like a saber-toothed tiger.
Correct, because their like mass is just too big and too bulky. Like I say bulky relatively, like they're very lean for their body type, but like in comparison between lions who are built for a little bit longer
Right.
distance hunting, tigers are ambush predators 100%.
Yeah, because it's
And
all jungle, and that's why they have stripes.
correct.
Yeah, so you can't see them. Yeah.
A lot bigger than
tigers. They're great. How to do it, guys? How to do it?
Yes. So yeah, which unfortunately Patterson's character, when you continue further into the movie, like he learns this the hard way, that he cannot hunt lions the same way.
I'm gonna have to switch to a different player. This isn't working for some reason. Talk amongst yourselves.
This guy was
Tech issues always.
yeah.
But yeah, we had talked about like there's a lot of stuff going on like during this time period, and it's when you start looking into the history of this time period, like you can already see even during this period of time the rumblings of World War I starting to happen.
Yep.
Because everyone's trying to compete with everyone else for expansion rights, and colonialism is still happening at this period of time.
Yep.
Matt, remind me, when did kind of colonialism kind of technically it's not completely dead, but like when did it like kind of cut off? Was it after World War I or after World War II?
I would say
European colonialism, successful European colonialism, ended around World War One.
Okay.
Unsuccessful European colonialism continued basically through World War II and caused World War II.
Okay.
If you want to go further back, it kind of started around the time of the American Revolution.
Yes.
That's what kind of started the ball rolling.
I mean, but also like you have to consider during that time as well, like the year, like Europe was trying to compete with each other as like conquering the Americas. Like part of the early colonialism of the Americas was the Spanish. Like the Spanish had a major presence and was a superpower at the time. And then it kind of goes into like after the Spanish, Britain kind of takes that spot.
Yeah, you kind of have to remember most colonialism, aside from the Dutch and the Portuguese, was produced net positive versus net negative results. Okay,
Correct.
like the human sacrifice in parts of the world stopped because of colonialism.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. So it's just the abuses of it after basically it was after the success had ended, right? And obviously colonialism was still attempting to occur in the Middle East with the Arab expansion and
Mm-hmm.
Chinese and their attempts to expand into Africa and all that. So, but
Poor
yeah.
Africa was just getting chopped up into bits.
Well, I'm not gonna defend all colonial practices, but you know, the English for the most part, and to a lesser extent the French and Spanish, tended in most places tended to make it better than worse. I mean, look at
Yeah.
India, human sacrifice with the what do they call Kali cultists. The British put an end to that.
Oh yeah,
You
I can't remember who it was, but there was like a British like general or someone that basically the Indian people were like, "You're going to respect our traditions." He's like, "Sure, but if you don't end this, I'm going to end all of you."
Yeah.
Like very, very rough like repeat of that phrase.
and with the Spanish and the conquistadors get a lot of bad news, but like for killing the Aztecs. But the reason they were able to kill the Aztecs was because the Aztecs had enslaved the local other populations, were using them for human sacrifice and slavery. And when the Spanish came and they had this religion that didn't have slavery and didn't have human sacrifice, they were like, "Hey, let's convert to Christianity." And the Aztecs were that way.
Right.
Yep.
History is not always what people
Yeah.
like to report on.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more nuanced than people like to think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. We back yet?
Yeah.
Now that guy looks familiar. What have we seen him in before?
Yeah, he's been a lot.
Uh,
Tom Wilkinson.
No, his name is McBride. Something McBride. Uh, I think he was in Rob Roy. I know he's been in a metric crap ton of TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh, this actor in this scene, yeah. Um, he's been in a
uh,
bunch of
I
stuff.
watched all like 6 seasons of this thing. Um, line of Line of Duty. It was a British TV show. He was in that.
Mhm.
Uh, I watched like all 6 seasons of it. It was a really good show.
Yeah,
But
it is
he,
really
yeah.
got killed by COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh wait, that dude died?
Yeah,
yeah, I think so.
recently. Mm-hmm. Or
Wow.
semi-recently.
Okay.
So he's like, any more encouragement? I've got a train to catch. Which probably they make it out like, well, the train in London goes all the way to Africa.
It
He
doesn't.
probably would have taken a boat over.
Yes. There was going to be a train, a boat, probably another train, maybe another boat, and then a train again.
Yep.
Because this is before planes, folks.
Now this movie does have dream sequence too.
It does.
It's one of those movies.
It's a good one though.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is.
Yeah, a lot of the actors in this movie are dead now.
Yeah.
Kilmer, obviously. The guy who played Theoden is in this movie. He's dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I do like the changeover from London to Africa. Like walks into the steam and then walks out of it. And
Yeah, that transition solid.
Yeah.
so this is the minister that meets him.
I like this character.
Mm-hmm.
He's like talking about Beaumont. He's like, I know what you're thinking, but when you get to know him, he's worse.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of just the background shots in this movie are just breathtaking.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Well,
put you in that headspace. That
it was filmed on location, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Except the lions. I think the lions were actually from a Canadian place.
Yeah, they're
Maybe?
from like, multiple. Yeah, they were from different
Oh, okay.
locations.
He got the best seats on the train. They're
Yeah.
at the front of the train.
Most bug protein.
Yeah. Just if you get hungry, just open your mouth.
That is a
Val Kilmer
really
finds a way to wear cool sunglasses in every movie he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
that is a pretty fun way to ride a train, though. Like, because you're at front, you can see everything, unless, of course, it like actually runs into a cow with a cow catcher.
Yeah.
It goes straight up into you.
Woo.
I can only imagine like when they would put before the modern times when they could have like electronic fencing and stuff. Trains must have hit cows tons of times going east to west, just because of all they would use the same open lands, the government lands for the train tracks as the
Yep.
cattle.
Yeah, buffaloes and all kinds of stuff.
Apparently, Kevin Costner was actually shooting for Patterson to play Patterson.
Oh, I'm glad.
Really?
I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could see him doing it. I could see him
This movie-
pulling
I
it off.
could.
The studio
I would
wanted
like-
Tom Cruise.
Is this around when Costner did
Batman
Yeah.
Forever.
Bat-
No.
well, not Kilmer. You said Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
He
I'm
did,
sorry.
The Postman or whatever.
Postman, Waterworld,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and when he had his clout. Oh, I will give it credit. The Postman is a better film than people think it is.
Yeah.
It just needed
Mhm.
cleaned up in the writing.
Right.
Oh, apparently the part of Remington was originally offered to Sean Connery.
I could see that too.
Yeah, I'm just like, hold on a second. I can see that.
It'd be great if he was still an American with an
Yeah.
Scottish
I
accent.
can't do Connery's accent anymore, but he would go like, "Wait, I'm in a movie. I get eaten by lions? No." Connery.
I will eat the lions.
If a lion comes up to me, I'll just slap it.
So the interesting thing about all these workers that are at this camp, they were at will workers, which means they weren't like
they
prisoners or conscripted or anything. They got paid and they could leave anytime they wanted.
Rookies.
Yep.
I like this guy too.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently the Maasai warriors are actual Maasai's warriors. They were hired for the film.
Yeah, I
And-
remember that. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay.
Actually, the lions are actually afraid of Maasai warriors. It's because they're so tall.
Yeah, the Maasai know how to deal with lions.
I think this character there that we just saw in real life was like a kid or something. Yeah, and then, or wait, is this guy get eat pretty quick in the movie?
No,
Okay, it's the guy that gets eaten pretty quick in the movie. That guy was like a Sikh,
a Sikh guy.
yeah, Sikh
A
warrior guy.
Jem'Hadar warrior.
Yeah, he didn't look like a Jem'Hadar to me.
That's what they call him. That's what they call him.
If it was modern, he would a modern day take on it. He'd be female, right?
Yep.
Right. I think that's where they took the name
Probably,
for-
yeah. Yep. When
That's
I
what
heard
the
that,
Federation really needed: lions to win.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they need. Yeah. I like this guy. He's like, "Do you like your wife?" And he says, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, "I don't like any of mine."
oh yeah, he's got like 4 or 5 of them or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently the lions, yeah, they are from Canada. They're the same lions that were used in George of the Jungle.
Ooh.
So this camp that they're showing here is tiny compared to the real camp.
Yeah.
The real camp with 8,000 people stretched 8 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of food.
That's crazy.
Yeah, these
The
lions know they got
British-
free healthcare, so they're easy to work with.
The British do set a good buffet.
Well, that's just it. You think if you have 8,000 people around, you should be safe, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No,
I mean-
because you got to remember and think carefully about it. Until we invented guns, if you were a human, you wanted walls between you and large predators.
Yeah.
You have no physical natural defenses. You know, even if you go back to our more primitive ancestors, like when they would go hunting, they would go hunting for these predators in large groups. So
Yes.
you know, not 2 or 3 guys, like 10 guys who would take out the lion for food or whatever. You know, and we are weak. We're even weaker than our own ancestors in terms of physical capabilities, without going to excessive working out and all that.
Mm-hmm. And you have to consider a lion's normal one of the lion's top top 2 foods are wildebeest and zebras, and they travel in large herds. So to a lion, a large herd of humans is not that different than a herd of wildebeest or a herd of zebra or a herd of antelope.
Yeah.
Like they're used to scanning a large group of prey items and then picking out the weakest of the bunch.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you need a large group of trained rhinoceros guards
Yes.
to protect their.
Basically.
Okay. Well, hire Kodiak bears to be your guards.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Ride around on Kodiak bear.
You wouldn't be able to have any fires with rhinoceroses, though.
Correct.
No, they'd stump it out.
Yeah, they just
Well, also they're so skittish because they can't see very well. Like it's almost more of a liability, in my opinion, to have rhinos.
just get them some spectacles.
I'm sure you could find some rhinoceros-sized spectacles.
It just dawned on me, like, so comparing how many humans there were, so like thousands of humans, and then also saying lions' normal prey items are also in large herds. So when lions hunt their normal prey, like the wildebeest, like it doesn't matter that the wildebeest is currently being eaten by the lions. Once the rest of the wildebeest herd realizes a lion has one of them, they don't even care. And I feel like the humans here basically turned into the standard herd mentality of the lions have something to eat right now. They're not going to hunt me, so I don't have to worry about it. And I think that was
Yeah.
partially at play here.
Well, it's the same thing with the crocodiles. They're eating people all the time in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and people still go swimming in that water, bathing in that water, fishing in that water. Um, I mean, I don't want to say it's gun culture, but we've gotten used to being able to defend ourselves. Like if like I remember watching Joe Rogan. He says, "You go in the woods with with bears or wolves, you better have guns and bear spray, like to defend yourself from these wild animals." I don't know if it's a cultural thing or whatever, but like in India or Africa, you know, they seem to go around unarmed way too often. You know,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think part of the reason why the other humans didn't really I guess, make a big harumph about them getting eaten is because that herd mentality of, well, that guy got ate, I'm not gonna get eat today.
yeah. And this is why I was saying, Jake, again, before you got on, Jake, I'll talk a little about the movie. The first half of this movie is really slow. Maybe the first, let's say, the first 2/5 of it. It's like one of those old safari movies they made in the 30s and 40s where they're just going around Africa looking at stuff. And, when you get to the part with the lions and the hunting and the protecting and all that, then it picks up pace and it gets better.
Well, in the real life incident, there would be periods of time with no attacks, like 2 weeks or
Yeah.
10 days, where the lions would just disappear and nobody would get attacked. Actually, the longest period I think was 60 days between attacks. So it was a couple of months so that people really let their guard down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like I said, it was stretched out over almost a year of when the killings were happening. And so it wasn't like in the movie, it seems like it's every night almost, but
Correct.
it really wasn't. There'd be nights where there'd be a bunch of attacks and then there'd be a period of time where there wouldn't be any, like a week, 7 to 10 days or a little more.
They were
And
off eating other people.
right. And the camp and the area that also so when they started building a bridge later on, they split the camp off and took 3,000 people to build a bridge and left the other remaining uh, the other 5,000 to finish the railroad to meet up with the bridge part. So the lions were going back and forth between those two areas, killing people.
Mm-hmm.
And
And this isn't a
they
new thing. If you go back and look at older historical records and even some myths and legends, when people would work on building stuff in large groups in predatory areas, they would have to be protected from those predators. You
Right.
know, Yeah.
Also, what's Theoden doing here?
I didn't give enough of a rallying cry for the troops against the lions. So
Right.
stand fast against all.
Death.
Yomer!
So this is where they first hear of lion attacks.
Yeah.
I love how he first gets here and he's in his prim and proper uniform, and then slowly just whatever.
I feel like it's also kind of showing the symbolism of he's slowly losing his mind.
I don't know if he's losing his mind. I, see, a lion just ripped his leg right off. It's just a flesh wound.
Didn't need that leg anyway.
There is a Monty Python skit where they're like on conquest in Africa, and one of the guys gets attacked by a lion. It's like one of the funniest freaking things I've ever seen.
Yeah, and they're like talking like, "There's no lion attacks." Here's a guy, one of their underlings, like, "Sir, he's biting me right now."
There's no war in Bossing Say.
It's like, "I'll sort it. I'll get it." Don't take a non-hunter hunting.
Mm-hmm.
It will get eaten by the lion eventually.
Yeah, initially, when he got up into the at that first night into the tree, he thought he was going to kill the lions pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But the lions kind of knew he was there somehow.
Well, because they're watching. Like that's one of the main things is like throughout the film is the lions are watching you, even if you don't see them. They're watching you, and
Right.
that's kind of the explanation given here.
And also, it depended on how light or dark the night was. If it was a full moon, the stars were out. If it's overcast or whatever, you couldn't really see because he couldn't have a light on. I guess because the lion wouldn't come near him if it did.
Mm-hmm.
Got him. One shot. Ooh, he's young there, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable sleeping in a tent at all.
I mean, when it's all you got, it's all you got, man.
I'd go I'd go sleep in the train station.
Mud hut.
Just by a cage. Big iron cage.
Yeah, I would sleep inside of a
train
cage
car.
at that point in time. But granted, like, would that work?
You would trick the lions. They would be scared because you're a caged animal. Yeah, so this guy in reality was not or Muslim or African. He was
Yeah, he was Sikh. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy also played Shaka Zulu.
Oh, did he? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good movie, by the way.
that movie was like, but 10 years before this or so, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good movie.
And this guy killed a lion with his bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
He has bare hands and killed a lion with bare hands.
Remind me. So, like, I am forgetting, but in that particular culture, like if you have like scars, like how he does on his cheeks, that's like a symbol of like hierarchy or something.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah.
Man,
Right. There are some tribes in Africa that do ritual scarring
Right.
as part of like, becoming a man or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
I like this scene because he's in the conversation with Patterson and the uh, the
4 weeks is just not enough
Catholic guy,
time.
and he senses the lions watching from the grass,
Mm-hmm.
scans it, showing his experience. You're like, oh man, this guy knows what he's doing. He's killed with his bare hands. It's awesome.
And it plays more into the, like, throughout the whole movie, the undertone of the lions are always watching whether or not you see them.
One thing that they don't show that they did in the in real life is after like the lions attack and they start building the thorn walls around the camp, they actually go out and they burn a huge section of grass away so they couldn't hide in it, and they obviously didn't do that for the movie.
Right. Which is really smart.
Yeah. Because when I was watching the movie, I was like, well, the grass comes right up to the camp. Why not just cut all that down or burn it or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I mean, give Mando the flamethrower.
Exactly.
Let
Exactly.
it work.
This grass in the way where you can't see the lions, don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of this grass. The problem is it's just going to keep going.
Do
So
you have any gasoline?
like, if you want the grass to stop burning at a certain point, that's not my job. My job is to start the fire and make sure it's going. If you want to stop the fire, that's somebody else.
Do you guys think this is a full set or a miniature?
I think it's probably a full set.
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it right now, I'm like, that does. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the way these guys just lift the big iron trusses across.
It could be a set. I mean, like
Yeah.
location, you know what I mean? And someplace that, and they just like flew a helicopter over it with a bunch of people working around it.
Could be.
Yeah, that's possible.
One of the other things that slowed the bridge building down is when the 3,000 people got there, most of the people that had signed up as stonemasons, it was pretty obvious they'd never done it before. But they said they could so they could get paid better and apparently learn on the job. So that also slowed things down.
They give him the lion claws. He's like, oh, that's nice. And he just sets it down. It's like, I would have put it on immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this poor dude just gets dragged out.
Right?
It's like, which is what they did. They would drag him off alive and just eat them within distance or sound distance from the camp. So you can hear people screaming. Ew.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, in actual wild, like, lions will literally start eating whether or not the prey is dead. So that's kind of what they're showcasing here is doesn't matter if the guy's actually dead or not. They're gonna eat him.
I don't know if lions are like a leopard or mountain lion that go for the neck. They just start eating you.
They do, but I feel like humans are more akin to fish than like a gazelle or some other animal that's a little stronger.
So yeah, one of the lion attacks, the guy goes for a guy, but it accidentally grabs a bag of flour.
Yeah, in the real incident, yeah.
Yeah, and the lion's like miffed that it's not meat.
By the way, guys, Roman says hello.
Hello, man.
Hello.
Why is he not in the chat? Where?
He was on the phone with me in real life.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
rub it in.
Hey, look, Mando, fire.
Fire! Yeah. So part of the reason, like, one, it's a ceremonial, like, funeral pyre, to burn the, the body, but also, like, it serves a practical purpose. Like, if the body is burned, it doesn't attract the lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Got to use a lot of firewood, though, for a body.
That's true.
Especially for that guy, he had no fat.
Yeah. He's like up in a tree all night. Goes back to the village or the camp, and more people have been killed. And this guy making trouble.
Right? It's like, this is your fault. What do you mean this is his fault? He's one dude. One dude.
The troublemakers are always Abdullah.
Yeah.
My wife has a kid named Abdullah in her class, and he's always got problems.
He says, yeah, you're white. You can do anything.
There were some good chuckles in the theater when that line was delivered.
So they build a boma, which is just a fence made of acacia bushes.
Yeah,
which
thorn
have,
bushes.
Like, inch-long thorns
Yep.
on them.
Yeah, they're really big thorns.
So we can get a shot of them. There we go. Kind of see there. Yeah, there you can see the big white thorns. Apparently, lions don't like running through that.
I
these
mean,
lions.
most animals don't like running through that, if we're just being honest.
Except for these two lions.
Yeah, they like to.
I mean, they kind of,
They just jump over it.
yeah, it's not really the same. They jumped over it, not went through.
They also like to drag people through it too. I like this part. He's like, I'm not going to rest until both of you are in the fold. And Patterson's like, yeah, my mother was Catholic and my father was Protestant. Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
Yes. I would imagine there were a lot of colorful fights in that house. Yeah, I love how you just see almost like a shark. You can see their top of their head.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jaws-like moments in this.
Yeah. The camera, like their point of view. Yeah, this is where he's like, you like your wife? Mine. Yeah, this is weeks and weeks later.
Yeah, at least 7, if not more.
Yeah. Hungry lion. This is before the 44 Magnum too. Yeah, this is a sad part. I've seen real video of a guy hunting a lion, and it charges, and he misses it, and I think one of the game wardens shoots it as it's leaping at the guy, and it, barely misses the guy and scratches his arm up real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen similar videos. They're terrifying.
And they think this is the or no, wait, he's already killed the first one, right? This is the actual man-eater?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What I like about this is we see the one lion eating the guy, and that's confirmation of the man-eater. But just before this, when he's reading the letter from his wife, we're teased that there's a lion watching him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we've been foreshadowed that there's a second lion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's subtle, so if you're not looking for it, you don't notice.
Good shot.
Like, I love the cinematography in this movie.
See if I can catch this.
And the way the camera tracks the action in this, it's good. It sets up what happens here so well.
Mm-hmm.
The reflection in his glasses.
And this would be terrifying. Like, I don't care who you are, you gonna have an accident in your pants seeing this.
Yes. Wear brown pants.
Exactly. That's why everyone wore khakis.
Oh.
Just throwing this around like a rag doll.
Yep. Yeah, it got him bad.
A lot of people start leaving. I would be one of those people. I'll be like, no, thank you. I'm out, folks. No money is worth this.
I forgot. I left the stove on.
Yeah, in my house in India, like thousands of miles away, like toodaloo.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. They cleaned the
Yeah. Definitely got signs of scrubbing the old deck, huh?
yeah. So
Good exchange between those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice background scene there too.
Uh-huh. So he informs them of the lions. So he estimates 30 have been killed.
I mean, back then with safety standards and whatever, probably that many people might die in a couple of months just of accidents and disease or whatever. But 30 people being eaten by lions, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot. And he's like, I don't care about the workers.
He just cares about money.
I want my knighthood.
Well, that's how like the ancient world was. I mean, imagine how many when they would build the pyramids, how many slaves got eaten by predators or died in the rocks and just were left there, and or any other ancient thing like that,
crazy. So they have kind of a good exchange here. And then he's like, "Oh, get Remington to go." It's like, I for the longest time I thought they were like actually talking about the gun guy Remington, but they're not. It's just a made up character for the movie.
I was surprised to find out that they really attempted this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Desperate times.
and just like in real life, these guys were incompetent and couldn't shoot a lion 4 feet away.
They were shooting so wildly, Patterson could hear the bullets whizzing by him.
Right.
So he didn't want to get close to shoot the lion because he was worried he was going to get astray.
And
Right.
and in real life, they actually shot the locking mechanism and let the lion out on accident.
Yep.
I was like, "There's no way," but
I mean, when you shooting all over the place, weird stuff can happen.
yeah. But it's not an exaggeration of how close the lion was to them. They could have literally just stuck the muzzle in its face and shot it.
Right.
Yep.
and they also set the lantern in between them and where the lion was going to be.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, your night vision's gone. Good job.
Right? Like you just destroyed any and all night vision you had, which isn't much because, you had the light on during the night, which I feel like they should have had the lantern off, but that's just me.
Yeah.
In the other car or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
But to
this
give them
is the only scene where they use a animatronic lion.
to be honest though, if I am those people and I see a giant lion, a man-eating lion, like less than a few feet from my face, I'm probably also start panicking. To be honest, to give them at least something.
I mean, just see this, just a silhouette of something in the. Yeah, that'd be scary. And then it starts breaking the iron bars out of the way.
Yeah. Start seeing all those nails like wiggle out. This is a good scene.
And I can imagine the roar in a confined place like that would be pretty loud.
To think in 80 years they'll build cages and drop it in the middle of the ocean so people can swim with sharks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, man. He was just there and we were just freaked out. What'd you expect to happen? For you to do your job, man. Do your job. Of course, the troublemakers are all upset, like, you need to protect us.
Yeah, that would take the head off.
Oh, and probably the wrist.
Apparently Michael Douglas was just supposed to be a producer, and at the last minute he was like, actually I want to be Remington. And the director didn't like that very much.
That's funny. It's like, we don't need the Remington actor. You can fire him. I'll do it. He's like, I am the devil. I think he did a pretty good job.
I think so too.
Yeah. I was surprised to find out that he went in and re-edited the movie to give him more screen time. It's probably why this movie feels like it drags a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the Maasai warriors, and those are actual Maasai warriors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, HBO used to do these great segments when a movie would come out, behind the scenes of the making of films, and I remember them talking about that in one of those HBO specials.
Who's cat?
It's
Yeah.
mine. It's Barry.
It's
Barry,
me,
Barry
Barry.
the lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. He's like, I don't want anything to do with your bridge, okay? Not my job. Yeah, this part was kind of, okay, we're going to get all these people out of here and make this a dining room. Which I can imagine the smell in this place.
It's like your normal, typical hospital.
No, it probably smelled pretty bad. I mean, it's a tin building.
I know. I think normal hospitals smell terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably a little fecal mixed in with this one.
Oh,
If yeah. The the cat can hear the ancestors calling.
Yeah.
the call of the wild.
He's like, "You're an idiot trying to hunt these lions this way. Let me show you how a real person hunts them."
And he switches his gun out at the last second. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, that's never a good thing if you're about to go do something for the first time and you have an untested firearm. Don't do that at all. Ever.
You know your gun. His gun's name is Bessie.
Yes.
He's cheating on his gun with a hussy. Yummy. Blood and milk, yum. Is it fermented milk? Are these the people that drink the fermented milk?
That's the Mongols that drink the
That's right.
fermented milk.
That's right. I like this part. Yeah, not something I would want to corner a hungry lion.
Nope.
I guess their headdresses to mimic a lion.
Mm-hmm.
I also like when the doctor asks Samuel's like, "Why does he want to bring you along?" And he's like, "Because he knows I'm afraid of lions."
Zebra.
He missed a golden opportunity to ask that zebra for some really cheap gum.
Mm-hmm.
The zebra gum. That stuff would literally lose all its flavor in like 15 seconds.
It was.
It was really good. Like the flavor really hit, but like 15, 30 seconds, it was all gone. You had to spit it out and get a new piece. But remember, it came in a really fat pack. There's like a
Yeah.
whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine you got a lion in your sights and you pull the trigger and
Click.
ah,
Ah! I'd probably just throw the gun at that point, or use it as a club, because that's the best you're gonna like.
yeah.
This is why. And when you put yourself in a dangerous situation, you only take things that you know are reliable. You do not bring something that is unknown or new. Never do that in a situation. Include self-defense as well if you conceal carry.
So they're like the Maasai warriors are like, no, that wasn't a lion. That was a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're gonna go home now.
Yeah, and this is kind of where we get the name of the movie, like The Ghost and the Darkness. That's the name that they've given the lions.
Yep. I would have been like, no, you can keep your little tent hospital. I'll stay in the stinky one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pouring blood all over the place.
This part never happened. They never like threw blood all over the
Yeah.
place and
Uh-oh.
did that kind of thing.
Yeah, they keep the fires going. They don't even
What's up,
care if
Zax?
There's fire. Hey, Zax.
Roman, the dude who played T'Chaka is in this movie.
Who's that now?
That's T'Challa's father in the Black
Oh,
Panther.
that's who that is. Okay.
He plays
The one
Kenny,
that
Lenny, or some. It's a short name. Can't remember.
gets bombed at that UN thing.
I think so. I think that's T'Chaka.
They're up on the roof.
John Canny, who plays Samuel in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I got IMDb pulled up so I can look him up real quick.
Yeah, I'm running off of the list of credits I last looked at, like, I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago. My memory's good, but ain't that good.
Yeah.
This poor guy.
I mean, this line just didn't. It's like, I'm just gonna kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The one where the dude's like crawling under the tent and it just grabs him and yanks him back in.
Right?
Man, if I had to be sleeping in a tent that were to be attacked by lions, I'd want guard bears.
Mm-hmm. I want like guard dogs. Like there are literally dogs that were bred to ward off lions. Like where are those dogs here?
Yeah, there's a breed of dog.
That's
called,
Asia, isn't it?
no, there's a breed of dog from Africa called the Basenji.
Yes.
They have curly tails. Their tails curl.
Yeah.
and they were used to hunt lions.
Yeah, I
It's,
think there's a big breed in Asia too.
there's the
Tibetan
Akita.
Mastiff.
Mm-hmm.
The Akita dog has a curly tail like that.
And the
Mm-hmm.
ones, if you read the Dresden Files, the ones that Mouse is based on, because Mouse is half one of those dogs and half supernatural. If you know what the Dresden Files are, that's the Asian one that hunts lions.
Mm-hmm.
That might
But
be.
there is an
There's King
like a
David.
dog that was bred in Africa to like protect
Yeah,
livestock
Yeah, and
from
they're
lions.
actually Basenjis are actually pretty small. They're not like big giant dogs. They're just they have short hair and really muscular. Almost like a terrier kind of or
Yeah.
something.
There's a dog that went viral last year. His name was King, and he seems like an unassuming type of dog, but he's like the alpha of the entire kennel for all these dogs. He like keeps them all in control. It's pretty. It was pretty wild footage.
So King Theoden got it again. Manway brings it back though. So isn't that the name of in Middle Earth? Right, Mando?
Sorry, what?
Manway. Is that the god of Middle Earth?
No, that's Iluvatar. Manwë is
Iluvatar,
a
I'm sorry.
god in Middle Earth, but not the god of Middle Earth.
Yeah, he's a lesser.
Yes, he's a Maiar.
Yeah,
Or no, not a Maiar.
Valar.
Valar. Yes, I'm sorry.
Valar.
Man, we was given kingship over the earth by
Oh, that's right.
Eru.
Iluvatar. There we go. Now he's getting serious. He's got the lion claws on now.
Mm-hmm. Basically, Roman. That is T'Challa's dad.
See, he's pretending to be not as advanced, but he's from uh,
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
Remington's like, oh, it's a nice bridge.
If only they had vibranium, they would kick these lions' asses.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like the story he tells of the bullies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like either one of them by themselves weren't the problem. It was when they got together.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of what's happening here. Like one man-eating lion, like it's very bad on its own, but when you have two, it makes it twice as bad.
For some reason, that waterfall reminded me of that old movie Alan Quartermain, where they go and they look for that city of gold.
Yeah.
I remember
Mm-hmm.
watching that as a kid. It was fun.
But
Right.
yeah, those are great movies. I love them.
Oh, what's the 1960s one where there's a guide and a bunch of people and they go through some people's land and the guide's like, "Hey, you got to pay him a toll," and the guy's like, "No, we're not paying him anything." And then they capture him, and then that guy has to run naked or whatever to
Yeah,
escape from him.
the Naked Prey.
Is that it? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. That's a pretty good movie
that
too.
is pretty good.
Now this part is very eerie when they find the cave
I would
or
want the
find
four
the.
bore for these lions,
Mm-hmm.
if you know what that is. If you've watched Kentucky Ballistics,
The four bore is ridiculous.
yes, that is a hunk of lead. Almost a 1-inch barrel. Yeah, this would freak you out.
Right? Like just seeing the sheer amount of bones.
Like, lions don't do this. It's their collection of people.
Mm-hmm. To me, this is like the key scene, in my opinion, that classifies it, Roman, as a horror movie.
I would agree. Yeah. It's their trophy room.
Yes.
What would make it a real horror movie for Roman is if the cave had Olive Garden in it.
or the Fifth Element posters everywhere.
Yep. Or Lilu from the Fifth
Roman,
Element.
no, it is a serial killer movie where the main serial killer is a lion. If you look at objectively what makes a horror movie, this movie has all of the key elements other than the serial killer being human. You cannot convince me otherwise. You are wrong, Roman, and I will die on this hill.
And Roman, to answer your question about what gun, most people think it's a 450 or a 500 Nitro Express. So a proper Africa hunting rifle.
Yes. Not an elephant gun, but a African hunting rifle, yes.
From what is this? What's the name of this website? It's a movie gun website. So Kilmer's gun is a Lee Speed Sporter rifle. And it's saying it's a double barrel Patterson, which I don't know. I don't know.
In real life, he did have a shotgun with him as his secondary gun.
Okay, the doctor's gun. Jeffrey Queerson rifle. 400 Nitro Express. I think it's a breech loader. It's a newer rifle than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of the big game hunting rifles, like 400 and up, they would have it would be breech to cut down on mechanicals breaking.
Right. Because when you have a giant, 1-ton animal charging at you, you need to be fast.
Is a Holland and Holland side by side. It's specifically designed for big game hunters. So they can, if they miss with their rifle, they can pull out that and have a quick shot.
Yes.
I like this. He's like, have you ever used one of these? It's like, no, and I'm not going to.
Yeah. Typically in a survival situation, which this has kind of become, new is not better.
But for some reason, they don't like baboons.
Yeah, in this movie they use baboons a lot.
Yeah.
I think in real life they used a lot of goats and one donkey.
That sounds right.
What, as bait?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used a lot of goats. Now, an owl does land on him, but he was in a tree, and he didn't fall out of the tree. He just, in real life. But an owl really did land on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about. Like, when you look at the like the autobiography of this guy, and you're like, all of these weird circumstances that happened, like, you know, like you've got to wonder, like, how much is mysticism, how much is exaggeration, or how much is just a lot of bad things are happening all at the same time.
Right.
Because sometimes just a lot of bad things happen at the same time.
Lion Knight.
You never know. I mean, like, so this is, I'll tell this briefly. So you remember when 9/11 happened, right? My kind of like my little brother had one of his close friends at the time was going to work. He worked in the building on one of the floors where the plane hits. Was going to the building up the steps, one of the sets of steps, and said, fuck it, I'm blowing up work today. Sorry for the first second. I'm blowing up work today, and then less than 10 minutes later, the plane hit. Things like the owl, whatever.
Like that.
You don't know what's going to happen. Like it's just such a random world,
Yeah. Or like that traffic you got stuck in stopped you from being in a car.
Right. Like you got a flat or your car breaks down, like won't start in the morning, and that winds up saving you.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yep.
One more little story there. Do you guys know who the Big Bopper was, or Richie Valens? Those guys
Yeah.
died in that plane crash. Two of the guys flipped the coin because there's only room for like three of them in the plane, and the one flipped the coin. He thought he was unlucky that he had to drive in the cold, and the three guys on the plane died.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Big Bopper died in the plane. Richie Valens and one other guy, and I forgot the name of who lives. It's been so long since I read that one.
I like what he says to him here. When you hold your son, you hold him high. The circle of life.
Mm-hmm. The circle of life.
Yeah, I wonder if that was like in direct reference to The Lion King.
Probably.
Have y'all seen the parody on that? The monkey lifts the lion cub up and just throws him off.
Yes. Yeet.
Uh-oh. She arrived early.
It's an awfully big baby.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing said in the original story about his wife ever showing up there.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah.
Like, if I remember correctly, the first time he saw his baby was back in England or Britain.
He's
Right.
going to get a Whopper and a Happy Meal.
A dripping fish with a side of nuggets.
Yeah. Wake up from that. Ooh.
And he looks over at Remington's tent and he sees like the blood and the disarray.
Mm-hmm. This makes me sad. Like, just look at the grass surrounding.
Yeah, that big patch of red.
Mm-hmm. Because it means that the guy was not just dragged; he was thrown around for a bit.
Yeah, he put up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
In the that video I watched about the real life story, is the lions would typically drag people 5 miles away before they ate them. So they were used to walking a long distance.
Right, which is an abnormal thing for lions to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, until as it progressed, as they got there were close encounters where the humans almost shot them. At that point, they started to get more brazen, and they would only take them just beyond the burn, like the MOBA or the little fencing area, and keep them within earshot and eat them so that people could hear them.
Yeah.
which is sadistic, which is also another point to add to this being a horror movie, because lions typically aren't sadistic. Like, that is a trait we attribute to humans. Roman.
Look, and it's a
He's
pulling a Mando.
Yeah, yep.
It's in the
Well,
face.
that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at that point in time, like, I would be basically, for lack of a better term, fuming right now. So it's like,
They asked little kid Mando, what would make this movie better, and she answered, fire.
exactly. Roman, Jaws can also be categorized as a horror film.
Yes, because sharks don't do that.
I can imagine Mando using AI to add fire to every movie she watches now.
Fire.
You've got mail. Fire.
On fire.
Sleepless in Seattle with fire.
But no, Roman, when animals have human attributes, it is no longer just an animal film. It goes beyond the realm of just a shark or just a lion film. It is now considered a horror, because now you have intent and these animals are behaving outside of the standard norms that the species or the animal would behave in. Oh my God, Roman! Now you're just trying to rage bait me. Ugh.
We do a little trolling.
We do literally.
Have you ever seen The Towering Inferno?
I have not.
That movie has quite a bit of fire in it.
Oh yeah, it's actually it's. I mean, it's.
I
pretty
love
good.
it personally as a movie.
It's also like the what was the other one that was famous about that? The Poseidon incident or whatever, the ship that gets flipped over by a rogue wave.
Yeah, there were a
There's
couple
fire
of
in
movies.
that.
Yeah. Towering Inferno is famous because I think it's one of the few movies that Paul Newman and Steve McQueen were in together.
Right.
Ooh, what a combo.
And another point to add to this, some of the people speculate this isn't an actual lion, that it is a demon in lion skin. So
Yeah.
if you want to go by that interpretation,
Like the doll Chucky.
like some people, and I think it's even stated in the movie, speculate that these lions are evil, angry spirits that are upset about the bridge being built. And they are doing this as a, I guess, revolt against their bridge being built.
This part at the end here where he kills it, and it bites into the wood log.
My wife called this last sequence Die Hard with Lions.
Look, Mando, fire.
Well, these lions are definitely more scary than Chucky.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. Because, like, with something like Chucky or with something like it's a human. You expect it to think in a human fashion. With them taking on the form of a lion or an animal, this is outside of the norm. And so you, like, it catches you off guard. And that's the thing, like, that's the suspense about the movie. Like, you're not used to animals behaving in such a manner.
It took me a long time to remember this, Mando. You ever see the movie Fire and Ice?
Yes.
I believe there are fire lions in that. Do you remember when they unleashed the magma to take out the ice glacier that was coming, and he's like released the fire lions?
Yes.
Are you talking about the animated one?
Yeah.
Isn't that Ralph Bakshi or somebody made that? I
I
can't
think
remember.
it's a backseat. Jake, we should do that. That's a classic movie.
Yeah, it's
it's a
pretty
good one.
good.
Movie?
It's called Fire and Ice.
Yeah, Fire and Ice.
Yep.
It's a horror film, Roman, and you won't talk me out of it.
Yeah, Roman.
Is Is it just me, or does anybody else get upset that she brought the baby to Africa where there's malaria and all sorts of things?
Smallpox and all of the diseases are in Africa, and she's like, I'm going to bring my newborn to Africa, where you have to go through not one country but several countries, and you go on a train, a ship, another train, a possible another ship, and then a train again with all sorts of people who are unvaccinated, who are probably carrying all sorts of diseases from every corner of the globe.
They had
Well, at
herd
this
immunity
time,
back then.
I don't think vaccinations were a thing yet.
No.
I mean, they had vaccinations for like smallpox and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
But they've had that since like the
but they were way different
16th
than
century.
what,
Yeah.
what they
Right.
do today.
Was
Right.
gin and tonic a thing yet?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like
Quinine?
it was.
Yeah, I think they've
Not
figured
even
out.
60 years after quinine was invented for malaria.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Europeans used to went inland from Africa. Alien herd, look at that. Inland from the coast of Africa, it was like almost a death sentence up until like 1860 or something like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
spot on. Yeah, you're right. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand why this lady's like, yeah, I'm going to bring my newborn to Africa, like not only to Africa, but to like a part of Africa that's not really been settled yet, like the wildest part of Africa where there are thousands of people from India, from a whole other country, bringing all of their diseases and germs.
I think people were just stupid in a while. I mean, look, the reality here's the reality. 80%
They're just all
of people are stupid in some way. Even us, we have the things we're stupid about,
Yes.
And like, you just gotta try to know your shortcomings. Like in mine is, if I had a kid that young, I'd be like, I'm not going to bring them to a country with rampant disease. I'm just not going to do it. Maybe that's one of our stupidities. I mean, this is the reality. People don't think about this stuff when they should.
Yep.
I mean, this was the time period where towns would like get scarlet fever, and they would just shut the town down.
Well, yeah, for some of those diseases, that was the only thing you could do because there was no cure yet.
Yeah,
Or they would just kill them in that part of the world.
Right. Like, I want to say at this point, they didn't even know what caused yellow fever yet. That it came from like mosquitoes and stuff.
Yeah.
They suspected, but there was no like concrete proof or anything. That didn't happen for another couple of years.
Well, modern medicine began to come together between 1895 and 1915, depending on the country you're in, when doctors were tired of their patients dying from the sickness of where they were being treated in like dingy hotels and their homes and whatever. At the same time, surgeons wanted to be able to perform surgery in controlled environments, so they came together and invented modern hospitals, or modern back then. I did a whole like term paper on this for a class years ago, and like over that time period, you start to see the first modern hospitals together that were made of concrete. That they tried to introduce sterility and things like that, and orderly process of patients.
Started washing their hands.
Yeah, stuff, discovering things like that, and that's where the terms, if you're American, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The Shield was the organization that doctors put together back then. It's descended from it, and the Cross is the surgeons, or vice versa. And eventually, their organizations that would help pay their patients came together as Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is also funny that you bring up Blue Shield, because if you notice, YouTube's moderator symbol has gone from a wrench to a blue shield.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that.
I mean, unless it's just on my like chat thing.
Yeah. I just noticed that. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're no longer a wrench.
wrench.
You're a shield.
I like the wrench better.
I do too.
Change it back. YouTube, change it back.
It's YouTube. They're not going to change it until they want to.
Yeah, YouTube only does changes that they want when they know everyone hates it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is I would rate this like a 2.5 out of 5. Overall, it's a watchable movie. You know, maybe early if you were in the theater, you'd be chit chatting with a person for the first half an hour of it, because the first half an hour to hour of it is when it's kind of slow. You know, once the lions get more involved, it gets the pace picks up a little bit, and I could recommend it. Now, it's not a great movie, but it's a good one. You know, watchable.
Yeah, it's not
Uh,
terrible. Um,
I'm actually of the kind that you do not talk in the theater. I
Hmm.
will slap you.
Yeah, much as I would like that, in the northeast of America here, that died like 2 generations ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, the yeah, I think it has slight pacing problems. Like there were
Yeah.
parts where I was just like,
It's
I don't mind a slow burn to like build up to something as long as it's doing something with it, right? You're learning about the
right.
characters and they're developing and whatever, and especially if it leads to like a big like reveal or whatever. Um, I'm trying to think the last time like I saw a reveal and it like actually stunned me. Probably the one that I remember the most is the Matrix movie because the trailer didn't give away that there were in like jelly pods as batteries and stuff. It was all like a modern day looking cyberpunk kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like modern day, like 90s city and guys running around cops and whatever. And then he takes the pill and goes through the thing and then he pops out and he's in that pod and he sits up and he's got the jelly all over him and he looks out and it's just giant fields of that. I was like, wow, holy crap, that's stunning and awesome. And
Mm-hmm.
it didn't get given away or anything. I totally didn't expect it. And that's one of the ones I can think of where I was like, wow, that was really a really good reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The Sixth Sense was another one.
I kind of saw it coming
You did?
a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I knew something wasn't right. And then when it clicked, I was like, it wasn't like, oh, wow, my mind exploded. Um, it just, because she seemed kind of autistic in a way, because she was never making eye contact or anything. So,
I just
I
thought they were having
yeah,
like marital problems or something.
right.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, there's few movies that do that really well.
Hmm.
And with M. Night Shyamalan, they basically were his entire movie archive.
I think, I want to say that was probably the only movie I really enjoyed of his. The other ones were just kind of weird.
Who? What movie?
Uh, The Sixth Sense. The rest were,
Shyamalan.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The rest were kind of like really
Okay.
weird, like the Signal or Sign or whatever it's called.
Well, they're two
Um,
different movies, Signs
yeah,
and The Signal.
yeah.
So, for everyone out there who dislikes Signs, if I tell you they were actually demons and you review out the movie, you'll enjoy it more.
What was the one where it had Sean Astin, but he was only working out one arm?
Lady in the Water.
Yeah, that one was really weird and
Yeah, that's I enjoyed it, but I'm into mythology movies, you know. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that one's a bit weird, but it was also like based off of a story that he made for his kids, and he decided to make that into a movie. So
yeah, it's
it's
a fairy tale. It's like a modern fairy
yeah,
tale.
yeah. I enjoyed this movie though. I have a little more favorability because I can put myself back in the seat when I'm 13 and watching it for the first time,
Yeah.
and I mean it definitely. I have a little bit of a stronger rating. If it was out of 5, I would put it at like just under 4. Like I'd have to get into fractions. Not not quite there, but it watching it as you're older, there's definitely some pacing issues. I don't have as much of a problem with the first um, 20 minutes of the film. I feel like it establishes sort of like this is the way things are. It's it makes you comfortable with the characters. It establishes who everybody is, and I think what really breaks it down is when Michael Douglas's character kind of pops onto the screen. That's where you start to notice, like, you wish other parts got cut down, or maybe definitely you feel like more parts need to be cut down when he shows up. And that kind of leads credence to what I saw the director complaining about him re-editing the film to give himself more screen time. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
the
see that. Yeah.
storyline with the moving the hospital, I feel that was unnecessary.
yep.
I mean, they just wanted more blood and gore.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, they could have put them in high hides or in trees watching for the lions to come through, and the lions could have just attacked the original hospital. It was unnecessary.
Yeah.
I think I just view this movie through nostalgia. I give it
I
still like a 3.5 to 4.
it,
Like,
it being that I love the time period also is a big contributor. So
Well, the movie
yeah.
has a lot of positives. It's based on loosely on historical events. It's
mhm.
in a great time period, like Jacob said. It's even though it's not like it could be tightened down story wise, it's still fairly well filmed with those great backdrops and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So the director who did
good
this,
cinematography.
I know he worked on the first season of 24, and so you recognize his work from stuff and TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Good
yeah, I can see
good
that.
music by Jerry Goldsmith.
Hmm.
I think also part of the reason why I'm looking, like, I know I'm looking at it through like rose tinted glasses because it inspired me to like go into nature documentaries. And like I love like watching nature documentaries now, and like like documentaries about like the African wildlife, or the like even American wildlife, like all of the different wildlife documentaries. Like I watched them because I saw that this movie was based off a true story. And so like when I got a little older, I started actually doing research into that area, that time period, the background, the animals, the normal behavioral patterns of these animals and stuff. So it's probably why I will always love this as one of my favorites.
No, yeah, no, I agree with you. This definitely is the start of my watching documentaries. One of my favorites is something Discovery Channel did. It was on nocturnal animal predators, and
Yes.
there's scenes in that where like there's a jaguar like hanging out, it climbs up a tree and hangs out above a sleeping stork and like pounces on it, or a polar bear spots a sleeping seal in the middle of the night and just like creeping up, and then right into a full sprint. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you get those vibes from this movie, and
Yes.
it, it 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 it's done really well. But yeah, it's nitpicking at this point, trying to like point out the things. It serves its purpose when you're
Oh
sitting
yeah.
there watching it.
And not saying that it's a perfect film. Absolutely not. Not a perfect film. But so much better than what we have nowadays. 100%.
Yep.
Didn't
And
Clint
you
Eastwood
don't
do a
you don't
movie
need
like this?
sorry, go ahead.
Didn't Clint Eastwood do a movie that was similar to this movie, Hunting in Africa?
Probably. I feel
I gotta go look.
I feel like there was. But I feel like the other thing with this movie, it doesn't have the giant explosions or the modern, like, what people use to kind of like grab your attention or anything like that. Like, it doesn't need it. It tells you a good story.
Yeah.
Well, like that movie Idris Elba about the lions. There was no great like explosion, special effects or whatever. They just depicted the lions. And they were terrifying. Like the way they were murdering people and stuff like that, hunting them.
Mhm.
I will say, after finding out how the second lion really like died with the from the Patterson guys like point of view, I wish they had stuck to that, because it definitely would have leaned way more into the horror element. Because that
Mhm.
thing, that the way that thing goes down is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Put
was
like
that
3
movie,
rounds into it and
uh,
still
Yeah.
kept coming.
Jacob? I think you and I talked about this before. I think it's from the '70s with Melanie Griffith with the real lions and stuff.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Oh, I can't remember, but they basically were attacking the actors and stuff like that. Yeah, and they had the actors spending all their time with these great cats, so the cats had no fear of them, basically.
Yeah, the Clint Eastwood movie is White Hunter, Black Heart.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Is it Roar from 1981?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Read about the movie itself is kind of stupid, but read about the production of the movie if you've never read it. I'm surprised if they tried that in the modern era, the guy will be in jail.
Yeah. Like 6 lines were killed.
Melanie
Joe
Griffith
Gore.
almost died. She had to have reconstructive surgery when she was a kid because one of them bit her.
Yeah.
Oh, lion bitter.
One of the I don't know if it
Yeah,
was a
she did.
lion or one of the other animals, but
Wait, what movie is it? The
it's called Roar.
Oh, is that the one? Okay, where people live with real lions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the real life. In other words, the people in the real life live with the lions and they use them to film with or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, it was like real, almost like guerrilla filming or whatever. Uh, if I'm thinking of the right one, it's kind of late '70s, I think.
Yeah. Crazy. That's what happens when you put crazy people in charge of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Put in here. Yeah, the lion reminded the animatronic lion in this reminds me of the one in the Jumanji.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same technique used. Yeah, good movie. Uh, let's go around the horn and see what people are up to. Shieldwall.
What's that?
What are you up to?
Oh, well, I'm going to be out of town next week or later this week, so I will not be on Roman's show on Thursday. But please tune in; it's going to be a free range, and then I should be back for and ready to go for next Tuesday on this show,
Yep.
where we will be doing
Star Trek.
Star. Oh, that's right, Star Trek. Looking forward to that. Great stuff.
Which
Lots
Star
of
Trek?
the Dominion War.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. You're doing that, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it'll be more DS9, which will be good. And yeah, tonight was a lot of fun being on here with Mando and learning that it is a horror movie and not a lion movie.
I
Under
will
fire.
die on this hill.
And it's great being on tonight with Matt. Always is, and Giggles and Bits as always. Awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, thanks for having me on, Jacob. It's lots of fun.
Yep.
I was thinking about it the other day. I mean, when we watch your intros, that's like every movie that you've reviewed, right, on the channel. So it just really takes me back. I didn't realize that I'd been kind of on the show for that long because
Yeah, it's crazy.
I only missed like a couple of those for whatever reason. So it's been fun. So thanks for having me on.
Yeah, definitely. Always enjoy it. Uh, Mando.
Yeah, I will actually not be here next week. I am going to be guest starring on a friend's channel. We're still working out some of the details, but we just have the date set for now. Otherwise, you'll see me around. I still am unable to stream from my personal channel because my poor computer is on its last legs and it can't handle OBS right now. So yeah, I will be around. I still on Sundays. My friend Trucker Rob, who is the DM of our Pathfinder campaign, Skull and Shackles, where we are pirates doing pirate things. And then I should be on Roman's channel Thursday.
Cool. I think it's just a free range.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, what do you got?
On Wednesdays, I'm with Joker Voice, Ego, and our friend Brad, who is Duke Devil 66 or 99 on YouTube and Twitter. We review wrestling stuff. This week we'll be talking about more ramifications from Royal Rumble and some other stuff happening in the squared circle and so forth. Thursdays, this week I'm on Roman. Jacob is Shieldwall. I don't know about you, Mando, if you're there this week. And I think it's Shieldwall, a roundtable, right? So like different articles or whatever this week, you know. And that's all I got planned this week anyway.
Cool. All right. Travis.
All right. I am the forever procrastinator, so I don't have much coming on. But I do post occasional shorts, still winding down my Stargate Atlantis run through. And as soon as I get halfway through Freerin, I'll start giving my thoughts on how that season is season 2 is going with that. It's so far it's really solid. A good ride on that one, and always a pleasure to be on this channel. Thank you, Jacob, for inviting me, and always a pleasure, Shieldwall and Mando and Matt. Your transmitting, translocating Terminator is throwing me off every time I try to read it. But always a pleasure to be on with you guys. Thank you.
If you want to know how to pronounce the names I'm using, think about Fear Factory song titles. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yep. As for me, I'll be on Romans, and then my show, Star Trek DS9. And do remember that the 16th of June we start Babylon 5 after we wrap up.
Ooh, Babylon 5.
Yes, after we wrap up DS9. So keep an eye out for that. Be fun. So thanks everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the panel. Always a good panel. And have a good week, everybody, and we will see y'all next week.
Later, everyone.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Have a good one.
I have the package. I repeat, I have the package.
All right, that's great, Gary. We're gonna meet at the extract.
Are you eating popcorn?
No, of course not.
Where the hell's the...
Wait, so where's the extraction team supposed to?
Damn it, John!
All I can say, McKay, is you take a hell of a long time to say goodbye.
Well, so long. So long.
See you around, Burton.
Never can tell.
Good boy. Happy trails, Hans.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, bro.
Goodbye, Arab.
Goodbye, Northman.